Without consistency, you're never going to be able to hit the levels of success or fulfill your highest level of potential. I promise you, I see this all the time. There's so many people I know that try starting something new. They start going to the gym, they start eating a better diet, they start a side hustle or just create their own business. And they're very passionate about it for about a week or two. But always after that second week, I notice the shift in their behavior. They go from super dialed in and super like busy and driven and motivated to fulfill whatever they're doing. And after those 2 weeks, it's like a complete 180. And I always ask them a few questions. After I've asked them those few questions, I always kind of pick up 3 things that I notice in all cases. Number 1 is they are just distracted. They're not good at blocking things out, and as a result, it interferes with their attention to detail and overall focus to what they've originally committed to. The biggest thing is always social media. People, the algorithm these days are just so good that a few swipes can easily turn into 2 or 3 hours of you just on your phone. And you might not notice it right away, but if you were to go and check your screen time, it literally will tell you how much time you've spent on an application. And once you see that amount, you're going to be just mind blown. You're going to be like, where did all this time go? But in order to combat this, you have to set a timer or set a time limit on that app itself. That way you don't spend ample amount of time on it and you're not on it for an extended period of time. I'd say 1 hour is more than reasonable for pretty much everyone, unless you're a content creator, obviously. But for the average person, there should be no reason why you're on social media for more than 1 hour every day. And if you want to take it up a step, turn off the color on your phone. By doing this, you'll literally not even be entertained by your phone anymore. It's very easy to do, and it's very, very valuable. It's very effective. I promise you, you're not going to look at the phone the same way that you normally do, and instead you're kind of just going to look at it whenever you actually need to. You're not going to be tempted to scroll or go on a social media platform or just be on your phone for no reason. There always has to be an intentional reason on why you're searching something up or why you're even on your phone when it's in black and white. It's a lot easier to focus, and it's not going to distract you as much. And if this is still not good for you, if you still for some reason find yourself scrolling on social media, it's like that color barrier wasn't enough to stop you, you might have to take yourself a social media break. This is going to take a lot of courage, and it's going to really test you as a man. And it's good though, because the first day is really hard though. You're so used to you just scrolling for fun, scrolling mindlessly, and your finger will automatically tap that application or tap the area that it used to be, and you're basically unconsciously opening up the application. That's how addicted you are to that application. So it's gonna be really hard for the first day for sure, but after that it gets easier. It's not going to be an easy journey, I'm not saying that, but the process is going to get easier overall, and it's going to allow you to find more time to dedicate towards your goals that you were working for, because you are no longer spending crazy hours on that social media platform. So now you could either dedicate that to your business, your gym routine, or your diet. Use that time more efficiently, and it's really gonna just open up your eyes on how much you really need that extra dopamine rush. It's really not necessary, and by you cutting it out makes you not only appreciate the platform itself, and you're gonna use it a lot smarter, it's gonna also show you that you don't necessarily need it. You don't have to rely on it in order to survive. Number 2, this is another big thing that I've seen that people just don't utilize this enough, and that's just having a proper routine. I know we see this all the time on YouTube, that you have to wake up at 5 a.m., run 2 miles and have a cold shower and then read a whole book. And that's not the case. Not the case for everybody, I should say. Majority of the people don't need that extensive amount of a routine. I say routine should just be within 3 to 5 steps that you can consistently do. That is just supposed to set you up for the rest of the day, and that should allow you to start working towards your goal or get into a state of flow. I believe that an easy regimen could be wake up, make your bed, brush your teeth, and have a cold shower or eat a good breakfast. Cold shower and then eat a good breakfast. These 5 things can just naturally get you in that habit of doing something right after. And that habit is going to be to enter your flow state and get whatever you need done. That is by doing this setup and doing this in a chronological order, it just gets you ready to carry on and tackle the rest of the day. You're doing small little assignments that are naturally giving you momentum to that will build up and give you the strength to work on what's actually difficult. And it's very overlooked, and a lot of people don't necessarily see the point in doing a routine. But by you knowing what exactly you have to do every morning, it's minimizing the chances of mistakes or minimizing the times that you just stay in your bed and scroll, or you're just having a sloppy morning. Your morning will set up the rest of the day for you. So it's important you take it seriously, because if you don't, you're not going to have the ability to give it your all when it comes to actually working on your goal or doing your business. Like, you have to get into the state of flow, and the easiest way to do that is to have a consistent morning routine so you know what to expect. By limiting the chances of anything happening outside of that, you're just giving yourself more time and more energy to place towards what you actually need to. You don't have to expend it on just waking up late or not knowing what to eat, whether you should shower or brush your teeth first. So it's just having a clear idea of how you're going to start the day, and then that way you can start it as fast as possible. Your routine, however, should not be so overbearing that it actually takes away from the amount of work you can do afterwards. If your morning routine is too much, and it's too much to remember, it's too much for you to do consistently, you're going to have to shrink it down to a reasonable amount and just use that as your routine. The third thing is simply just trying to do too much. I fell victim of this for many years, and it only stuck with me when other people were telling me that I had to slow down and just focus on fewer things. There's only 24 hours in a day, and you only have so much mental bandwidth. So whatever you are trying to accomplish, you have to keep within reason and keep within your abilities. There's no way you can learn a new language, learn how to dance, learn how to fly a plane, and start a business. Like, you see what I'm saying? There's no way you could do that all at the same time, because every time you add something more to your plate, or when you add something else to your plate, you're kind of just giving the amount of success lower in each aspect. Think about it like a pizza, right? Every time you want to add something new to your plate, or every time you want to add a new skill set to your arsenal, you're cutting the pie. And every time you cut the pie gets smaller. Each slice gets smaller. Each slice represents the progress you can make in each field. If you have too many fields, the amount of progress you will be making in each aspect will just be so relatively small, it wouldn't have even been worth it for you to start, because it doesn't seem enough for you to actually learn from. It doesn't have enough of a result for it to actually be worth your time. I know it's cool to say that you are a jack of all trades and you know how to do this, and this, but master something first before you start adding a new skill set that you're wanting to learn. You have to do it in that order. Otherwise, it's not going to be effective, and you're just going to be wasting your time. You're going to be doing a whole bunch of nothing, but you're going to be giving a lot of effort. So you're going to be frustrated afterwards. You're going to be like, why am I not making progress? I'm working hard. It's just you're working hard in too many different areas, and as a result, it's almost as if you never even started. Let's say you have a goal for the summer, and that's to just get a 6-pack abs. Focus only on that. Focus on the diet that you need, the conditioning you need to do, the recovery time. You see how there's multiple aspects within that one goal? Though that's what you should be focusing on. And a lot of people don't take accountability for that. They think that, okay, I want to do this, and this, but they're not really thinking about all the steps that play into achieving that skill set or achieving that goal. And then as a result, they start adding too much to their plate, and then it's like they didn't account for the smaller things that lead up to each goal, and then they just get frustrated and they give up. Don't put yourself in that position, because all you will be doing is wasting your time and effort when all you had to do was just cut back and focus on one thing at a time.